A $1 bill here and a 25-cent book there doesn't sound like much, but over time, these small sales add up.
$6.99.
$11.29.
$7.22. $15.05.
Add up indeed. Since its founding in 1968, the Medical Faculty Wives Club and their flagship nearly new thrift shop have meant more than just a few cookie jars full of dollars for Duke medical student scholarships. Just how many dollars?
We have awarded $8 million, $8 million, $8 million, $8 million in scholarships.
Who knew that this could be worth so much?
It just blows my mind.
It's just fabulous that so many people leave Duke knowing that their debt's lower because somebody cares.
The majority of scholarship funds come from the interest earned on the Medical Faculty Wives Endowment, which they contribute to each year with proceeds from their store. They have seen it balloon from a couple of $1,000s in the early 1970s to a market value today of $14 million.
I just can't believe that we have endowment that large and have helped so many students over the years.
The founding visionary of the Medical Faculty Wives Club and their scholarship cash cow was Ethel Weingarten, wife of James Weingarten, the chair of Duke's Department of Medicine. In 1968, Ethel met with the wives of the other 5 department chairs to discuss a plan she had for raising money for medical school scholarships by establishing a thrift store.
The 5 people there were Ord Bussey, Georgia Parker, Eleanor Kinney, Louise Lester, and Aggie Sabiston.
And Ethel just was so inspiring. I mean, I just thought of them as real pioneers.
Ethel recruited other faculty wives for a total of 18 initial members, each of whom donated $25 for a grand total of $425 toward the opening of a thrift shop. She also persuaded Duke to give the wives use of an old vacant grocery store it owned on Irwin Road. By volunteering to run the shop themselves, the wives immediately began turning a profit.
Everybody pitched in and we just had a great time. And it was a good way to get to know all of the other faculty wives. That was one of the bonuses of volunteering at the shop.
Teamwork is a hallmark of Duke Nursing School, Duke Medical School. It's just something that was ingrained in us as part of our education, that teamwork was what carried the day.
We have 3 main functions that we have every year. We have our annual fall coffee. During that activity, we have what we kind of call the State of the Union of the Nearly New Shop. Then in the spring, we have the annual spring buffet. And at that function, we invite spouses of the medical faculty wives to just come and fellowship with one another. And then our third function is our annual spring luncheon that is put on every year by the medical school. And it is primarily an appreciation luncheon for all of the volunteers who work at the shop.
The Nearly New Shop is governed by an 8-member board of directors. Ethel Weingarten's instinct that a thrift store would be a huge success in the community was spot on. Then, as today, the shop attracts men and women from diverse socioeconomic backgrounds and age groups, all hunting for a bargain, a brand name item from the likes of J. Crew or Liz Claiborne, or a hidden treasure tucked amongst the bric-a-brac filling the shelves.
There are a lot of people in the community who have limited resources, and we are their best choice for their needs.
The medical faculty wives were able to donate their first scholarship funds after just their first year in business, providing $5,000 to the School of Medicine. As the business grew, so did the number and amounts of scholarship money. Awards grew to 10 $10,000 scholarships.
And then the next year it would be $20,000 scholarships, and the next year maybe $10,000.
And beginning in 1998, the Medical Faculty Wives Scholarship Program expanded to include the Duke University School of Nursing, awarding $25,000 in scholarships that first year.
And this past year, we gave $75,000, and our total now is $500,000 for our nursing school scholarships.
In 2012, the wives reached an almost unimaginable milestone when they provided $1 million in scholarship funds dedicating it to their founder, Ethel Weingarten.
It was absolutely astonishing. It never has seemed like that would be a possibility.
Unless the market gets bad, that we should be able to have $1 million and maybe even more from now on.
To be sure, the Medical Faculty Wives Endowment didn't reach $14 million just by selling 75-cent snow globes. The women also have transacted some large ticket items like cars, fur coats, a sailboat, a Tiffany inkwell, and expensive jewelry, all of which fetched up to $1,000 apiece.
And I heard we had a hot tub, but I actually never saw it, so I'm not sure about that. Could be urban myth.
The shop is now in its third location, at the rear of Hawk Plaza on Irwin Road. While the address has changed, one thing has remained constant: the passion of the wives and the hundreds of volunteers who have worked alongside a paid store manager since the early 70s, helping to sort, tag, and sell the eclectic mix of other people's castaways, all with the conviction that every sale is important to helping the next generation of doctors and nurses.
It's a neat group of people.